Good morning, folks. It's early today. I mean, another early start, another day, another dollar. You know what it is. But we're here. Quick, little, easy 2 kiwi just for some carbs, some breakfast. Probably gonna have a little bit more fruit, some dates probably, just to get some energy in me. I'm about to head out, hit the wall, get some training sessions. Another busy day, but nothing we're not used to. Let's do it. At the wall, already mid-session, I'll be honest. But, that's that. Gonna get this finished this session. Do a little bit of meditation, visualization, breath work, that kind of thing. Get my day started, and then I have class at 8. It's about 7 right now. 7:05 maybe. So maybe 20 more minutes of this before I get into my visualization and breath work before I get started today. And then get ready, shower real quick in the locker room, get ready for class, and we keep rolling. Pretty typical day. You guys have been here with this for me before, so yeah, nothing too special, but it's the details of how you do the mundane things that really add up to success over time. Just got back from class, had math and business administration, but had a quick breakfast, had some eggs and sausage, but that isn't always enough to fill me. I'm a hungry guy, so we have all the ingredients for a pretty good yogurt bowl here. So I'm gonna talk to you guys while I also take you along the process of making that. And today we're gonna be talking about doing what it takes to be successful, finding out what it takes, and sacrificing what you need to sacrifice to get to that point. Okay guys, so first things first, gonna go in with yogurt. Stonyfield probiotic organic whole milk yogurt. Not the best yogurt, not a huge fan, but when I bought it, I thought it was Greek yogurt, but it's not. But you make do with what you have. I'm not gonna go back and buy a whole nother type of yogurt just because I bought the wrong one this time, and it still tastes fine. But for today's topic, doing what it takes. And this is a confusing one to really understand as a part of your life, is doing what it takes to be successful. Because a lot of times there's a lot of outside noise and clouded judgment and people telling you one thing, or you lacking confidence, things like that prevent you from really knowing what it takes to do, like what it takes to be successful. And so the very first step to finding out what it takes to be successful is knowing what you want to get out of life. And so organization is going to be key in that process. So for example, the purpose of the channel has been following me and my journey playing soccer and things of that nature. So let's say what you want to do is become a professional soccer player, or just to increase your ability at playing soccer. I'm dropping strawberries all over the place, but we move. To increase your ability at playing soccer or any particular skill, the first thing I would do is to learn from people who are in a position that are greater than me, who have achieved things that I want to achieve. So that's the first step to learning what you need to do in order to get what you want to get. Some frozen blueberries here. So the first step would be saying, hey, I'm going to watch a football match, study my position, football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, study my position and see what this guy has done over the course of 90 minutes. So I need to learn the exact responsibility of my position. Secondly, after learning the responsibilities that you need to learn to take up, dark chocolate, the responsibilities that you need to learn to take up, the second thing I would do is learn how to gain those skills. So if it's soccer, whether it's practicing finishing or practicing dribbling, or in a job sense, gaining certifications, gaining experience on how to do those things, that's what you're gonna do. And so the hard part is, after learning what you have to do, it seems simple because the next step is kind of just to do it, but it isn't as simple as people think, because enacting things on a daily basis and putting out quality efforts towards your goal is a lot harder than anybody thinks it's going to be when they first sign up for something. And so, of course, it was easy to be like, for me, in my specific scenario, to be like, hey, I'm going to train every day, even if I have practice. I'm going to work harder than everybody else. Of course, it's easy to do that, but in the long run, and in my experience, doing this for however long I've been doing this, doing extras, training, trying to improve, it's been a lot harder than I said it was. There was a lot of days where I didn't feel like waking up before work or school. There was a lot of days where I simply came up short in terms of doing what I had to do to get the job done. And those are obviously times that, it happens to the best of us. Everyone's going to have days where they just can't be bothered to do something. But some granola. But what's important is being able to learn to do those things consistently. And a misconception with consistency is that this means doing something every single day. But consistency isn't necessarily doing something every single day. It's just doing something a majority of the days with the intention to do it every day. What I mean by this is that if you live a life, there's 365 days in a year, and this won't close. But there's 365 days in a year. Mathematically, you can do that thing probably, let's say, some dates. You can probably do that thing 300 days of that year and still mathematically consider that as consistent efforts towards a goal. And those are going to include days where you're sick, days where you're maybe on vacation, rest days, stuff like that. But that's still a significant amount of time that you can not be doing what you set out to do in the first place and still consider it consistent efforts towards what you're doing. And so back to the main subject of doing what it takes, the next thing you have to ask yourself is, are you willing to do what it takes? For me personally, if I didn't love soccer as much as I do now, there's no chance that I'll be doing what I'm doing right now. No chance at all. This is hard for me, waking up early and doing these training sessions and eating things that are not necessarily as delicious as a McFlurry from McDonald's. And I'm putting dark chocolate and dates in this yogurt bowl. And yeah, it's good. Like, it's tasty. Don't get me wrong. But it's not going to be, like, it's just not the same as having, like, ice cream or something like that to me. Because, like I've mentioned a million times, some honey on top of it. I have a really big sweet tooth, so I love things like that, like ice cream, candy, things like that. And so it's just not going to be the exact same. So these sacrifices, which is another topic, but these sacrifices are things that you have to ask yourself if you're willing to do it. And if you're not willing to do it, it's pointless and a waste of time and energy to do it. And I'm going to pivot to something else in a minute. But if you're not willing to do it, then don't do it, because you're going to half bleep it, and it's not going to be worth it, because then you're not going to get fulfillment. You're not going to be successful in that thing, because nothing with half an effort is worth your time. And so the next step is to find something that, like, if that is your case and you're not fully willing to, the next step is to find something you're willing to do, something you love, something you're willing to give your all to, something that you're passionate about and able to sacrifice loads of time and energy and sweets and sleeping in for. But that's besides the point. The next thing is sacrifice, because sacrifice is the name of the game at the end of the day. You think that Michael Phelps got to where he is, he won all those medals, Usain Bolt, you think he got to where he was by sitting on his couch and playing video games? Like, there's some things that, obviously there's guys like Ninja and things like that who have made a living doing those kinds of things, but that was their passion. But in a lot of situations, mine included, those things become distractions. And so you're gonna have to sacrifice those distractions for things that are more productive. You're gonna have to sacrifice those distractions just for time to do nothing at all, because sometimes doing nothing at all is better than doing things that are pushing you further away from your goal. And yeah, things of that nature are very, very hard to break the habit of doing, because if you play video games every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, guess what you're gonna do Friday? You're probably gonna play some video games. But yeah, that is today's topic: sacrifice, learning how to do what it takes, and then following through, because that's the most important part, is following through. But you always have to find something that you're willing to do what it takes for. So keep climbing your mountain, keep striving for greatness and for excellence in everything you do, and have a great day. This was the finished product, yogurt bowl. Let's bring you in the sun so you can see how good this actually looks, because it looks kind of gray right now. We're gonna get our yogurt bowl, dates, dark chocolate, frozen blueberries, granola, strawberries, honey. You know, it's a real good deal. And so thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great day.